Overseas now, and Dr. Anthony Fauci has admitted there were no clinical trials to back up the recommended 6 feet distancing guidelines during the COVID-19 pandemic. The former head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases has fronted Congress for the first time since he retired from public office, where he was grilled on the origins of COVID-19.
The man who became the face of America's coronavirus response has become one of the country's most divisive figures. For the first time since he left his job as the head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, Dr. Anthony Fauci fronted Congress for a grilling.
The accusation being circulated that I influenced these scientists to change their minds by bribing them with millions of dollars in grant money is absolutely false and simply preposterous.
The hearing became heated at points.
Do the American people deserve to be abused like that, Mr. Fauci? Because you're not doctor, you're Mr. Fauci in my few minutes. No, I don't need your answer. I want to talk about this right here.
They're treating you, Dr. Fauci, like a convicted felon. Actually, you probably wish they were treating you like a convicted felon. They treat convicted felons with love and admiration.
Dr. Fauci admitted that the social distancing guidelines to stay 6 feet apart had no scientific basis.
I said that it is not based in science and it just appeared. It actually came from the CDC. The CDC was responsible for those kinds of guidelines for schools, not me. So when I said that it just appeared, it appeared. Was there any science behind it? What I meant by no science behind it is that there wasn't a controlled trial that said compare 6 foot with 3 feet with 10 feet. So there wasn't that scientific evaluation of it.
And hit back at any suggestions he was involved in any cover-up to try to discredit the lab leak theory.
But I don't think the concept of there being a lab leak is inherently a conspiracy theory. What is conspiracy is the kind of distortions of that particular subject, like it was a lab leak and I was parachuted into the CIA like Jason Bourne and told the CIA that they should really not be talking about a lab leak.
Thank you.
I had no input into the content of the published paper. The second issue is a false accusation that I tried to cover up the possibility that the virus originated from a lab. In fact, the truth is exactly the opposite.
While the hearing went over many aspects of how America handled the COVID-19 pandemic, the focus from many lawmakers was ensuring that the country is better prepared if another pandemic were to happen.
Dr. Fauci, whether intentional or not, you became so powerful that any disagreements the public had with you were forbidden and censored on social and most legacy media time and time again. This is why so many Americans became so angry, because this was fundamentally un-American. If I make a mistake, I answer to the people of Ohio who elected me and to my own conscience. When you and your agency made mistakes, Dr. Fauci, what happened? We all need to be held accountable. Sometimes it's as simple as saying we were wrong.